This program is made possible by the following contributors. Chevy Chase Chevyland, with more than 50 years of experience selling new and used cars and trucks in the Washington, D.C. area. The right dealership for the right reasons. Located at 7725 Wisconsin Avenue in Bethesda. Lincoln Investment Planning, registered investment advisors. At Lincoln Investment Planning, it's our business to build your best tomorrow. Located at 250 Hungerford Drive in Rockville, or call us at 738-3399.
It's cold outside, so bundle up tight and be sure to watch MCPS TV in February. We have special programs for children during this Black History Month. Programs like Freedom Station, Truly American, Assignment the World, and your old favorite Homework Hotline Live. Write down this number now, 279-3141. And after this program preview, call and ask for your free monthly program guide. Then you can take advantage of all there is to offer on MCPS TV.
3-1. Back in action on MCPS Channel 52 and Chevyland simulcast on WINX. At 4:20 to go in the first quarter, it's 6-4. Gaithersburg by 2, and we have a foul off the inbounds pass and ensuing action will go against Gaithersburg. Foul goes against number 44, Danny Harris, the senior. Quince Orchard ball. That's the second team foul thus far. That's the first team foul against Gaithersburg, 2 against Quince Orchard thus far. Here's Mensa getting the ball down low, and a feed from Prather up top. Can't handle it, goes out of bounds off of Quince Orchard. Harris almost drew the charge against Mensa for Gaithersburg, but no call on the play, thankfully. They need Mensa tonight. 4:09 to go first quarter. Gaithersburg ball, they're up 2.
And referees really letting them play, Doug. That was a lot of contact down low, but no call.
Here's Barnhart, top of the circle now to Holmes. Swinging left-hand side to Danny Harris. Now to Holmes again. He drives the lane. Shot is good over top of Tony Mensa. 8-4 Gaithersburg with the lead. 3:49 to go first quarter. Down court to the right-hand side, it's West. Up top of the circle to Prather. Gaithersburg looks to be playing a 2-3 zone or a 2-1-2 zone, depending on where the center man Harris is moving with the ball. It's a 2-1-2. Oberholzer at the top of the circle. Plays catch with Prather to give him his dribble back. 3.5 to go. Prather penetrates. Jumper is good. 8-6 our score. Gaithersburg by 2. Working on the Cougar full court press. It's broken. Down the middle drive to Dugan. Left baseline feed to Holmes. Misses a reverse layup. And the ball goes out of bounds. There's a foul, I think, on the loose ball. It goes against Ben Barnhart of Gaithersburg at the 3:16 mark first quarter. 8-6 Gaithersburg by 2.
Physical game so far. You know, Quince Orchard likes to play that way, and Gaithersburg right there with them. Referees really letting them play. All of Gaithersburg points, Doug, are by the sophomores.
Pritchett, one of the top 5 scorers in the city, has yet to score here for Cougars on Quince Orchard. Jumper from the left corner is no good by West for Quince Orchard. 3:02 to go in the first quarter. Gaithersburg ball. Here's Barnhart penetrating. Now Dugan has the ball left baseline, misses the jumper. Rebound kicks way out of the right-hand side. Hawkins can't run it down for Gaithersburg. Prather, full court pass to Pritchett. He goes up for a short jumper, and it rolls in. 8 apiece, first quarter action, 2:40 to go. Gaithersburg working on the Quince Orchard press. Harris, the senior, in the front end now to Dom Dugan. Baseline left to Holmes. Shot rejected away by Pritchett for Quince Orchard. Holmes has it back. Shot rejected away again, this time by Mensa of Quince Orchard. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Gaithersburg ball beneath their basket at the 2:26 mark, and it's 8-8.
Good rotation on that Quince Orchard full court trap. Mensa and Pritchett getting back to make good defensive play.
Hawkins to Harris on the inbounds pass to Barnhart. Cross court right hand feed to Hawkins, and the jumper is good. It rolls in. Craig Hawkins, the senior, makes it a 10-8. Actually, he gave him 3, 11-8 on the three-pointer from Hawkins. Gaithersburg by 3.
Hawkins gets a hometown roll on the visitors' court that time.
He sure did, and these Quince Orchard rims are stiff. Here's Oberholzer's foul line jumper is short for Quince Orchard. Misses everything. Rebound Mensa. Reverse layup is no good, but he's fouled on the play. And the foul will go against Craig Hawkins, the senior from Gaithersburg at the 1:58 mark first quarter. 11-8, Gaithersburg by 3.
Mensa being very active on the offensive backboard, got a good rebound. Oberholzer missed everything, but Mensa with the heads-up play and went back strong with it.
For Hawkins, that was his first free throw. Mensa at the free throw line, a 6'5" forward. For Quince Orchard, we see him do some awfully good things this year at junior, and his first one is no good. Wearing the goggles tonight with a Quince Orchard white uniform with black numbers.
Mensa going to have to convert those in a close ball game, Doug. Defense, rebounding, and free throw shooting play big.
Mensa's at times can look very good and sometimes do some very immature things on the court, but he'll grow and learn. Hits his second one, makes it a 2-point game. Gaithersburg with the lead in the ball. Breaking the press, up the middle. Harris on the right wing in the front end has it. Drives baseline, running one-hander, hits the side of the board. Rebound goes to Oberholzer of Quince Orchard High. At the 1:42 mark first quarter. Quince Orchard's going to try to tie it. Rashid West jumper left wing is no good. Follows his own shot but can't get the rebound. Holmes there of Gaithersburg pulls it down. Now gives it up to Ben Barnhart, who comes up into the front end. The left-hand side, the ball goes to Dugan. Looking in low to Holmes, and the pass is stolen by Quince Orchard's Jerry Oberholzer. Now playthrough. Down court to Pritchett on the right wing. Penetrating jumper blocked by Harris of Gaithersburg. Barnhart with the ball. Down court and over the head of a wide-open Craig Hawkins. Immature stake there by the sophomore Ben Barnhart. Just got a little excited on the break there. Would have been a nice pass if he'd been able to make it. So he'll leave the game on the turnover. Joey Woodward will check in, the sophomore. He had a brother, Jason, who played a lot of sports for Gaithersburg recently. 1:10 to go. He's since graduated. Gaithersburg by 2. Quince Orchard ball. West playing catch up around the foul circle with Lamont Prather, the point guard for the Cougars. Pritchett to Mensa, left baseline foul against Tony Mensa. Picking up the foul for Gaithersburg, who snuck in the game on me, is Perry Kennedy, the senior. So he picked up the foul, his first, and checking in for Quince Orchard now. Off the bench as Ed Davis is going to his bench early. This is Nike Klein checking in. New haircut, didn't recognize him from the holidays. Here's West at the top of the circle up the inbounds pass, and he's called for an offensive foul as he drives the lane. Drawing the charges, Perry Kennedy.
Rashid West making a good slashing move down the lane. I didn't think Kennedy really had his feet set, but the referee called the charge anyway.
56 seconds to go in the first quarter, 11-9. Gaithersburg breaking the Quince Orchard press. They have the lead. Nice job. Several passes and a dribble by Hawkins in the front end.
Like, you have to really like what Paul Forringer has done with this ball club since the last time we've seen him. This Quince Orchard pressure really having no effect on Gaithersburg.
Gaithersburg looks like a totally different team than when we saw them early in the season against Watkins Mill in a loss. They're totally
composed.
Big change, and Paul Forringer is to be congratulated. 27 seconds to go in the quarter, the first. 11-9 Gaithersburg, and they're playing stall ball as Quince Orchard stays in a zone. And looks like Gaithersburg will run it down to the last shot. At the top of the circle is Hawkins dribbling around. On the right-hand side, the ball goes to Woodward. Back up top to Hawkins, 10 seconds to go. Great looking low to Holmes, and he's called for traveling as he fakes. And he goes up for a shot. Boy, that was a great feat from Hawkins, penetrating the zone. And Quince Orchard got lazy on the shift, so they have the ball with 6 seconds to play. They're down 2 in the first quarter. Prather at the half-court mark. Got caught sleeping for a moment. Right wing to West. He'll have the last shot, and he gets it off at the buzzer. And at the end of one, it's 11-9. Gaithersburg with a first quarter lead on the Chevyland basketball broadcast, WINX Radio, and a simulcast on MCPS Channel 52 Sports. We'll be right back with our second quarter after this timeout.
This program is made possible by the following contributors. The Stanley Kaplan Educational Center, test preparation specialists for PSAT, SAT, law school and graduate school exams. Located in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Call 301-770-3444. WINX AM 1600, in service to the community, playing 40 years of top 40 hits.
Addie is a runaway slave, trying to reach freedom. Her friends are all caught, but Addie is saved by a white farmer who hides her in his cellar. Will Addie escape the slave catchers? What does freedom mean to Addie and to the farmer's daughter who helps her? Find out on the Freedom Station. See what's happening around the world this week on Assignment the World. Assignment the World isn't a typical news program. It's full of puzzles, questions, and opinions, all about events in the world. When bad weather hits, you can tune to MCPS TV to get immediate school closing information. Call now, 279-3141 and receive a free program guide for all the programs here on MCPS TV. And watch us while you warm those fingers and toes.
Back in action on MCPS Channel 52 and simulcast with the Chevyland basketball broadcast from WNX Radio. Doug Lotzback and Mike Withers and all the play-by-play work. Second quarter underway, 11-9. Gaithersburg with a 2-point lead, 7:55 to play in the half. Quince Orchard has the first possession to open things up in the second quarter. Here's Rasheed West penetrating the Gaithersburg zone. He gets trapped up top to Prather. Gaithersburg has shifted to the zone alignment. Left baseline, left jumper by West is no good for Quince Orchard. Followed and scored by Mike Klein. The baseline left at the 7:35 mark. It's 11-11. Quince Orchard watches their press broken by Gaithersburg.
Yep, Davis' big people are playing pretty good.
Stolen by Quince Orchard and Gaithersburg offensive end. Prather on a break at the foul line. Baseline left feed to Rasheed West is knocked out of bounds, actually off the hands of Mike Klein. Back on the radio end now. The radio audience back with us live on WINX Sports and the Chevyland basketball broadcast. 11-11 our score after Quince Orchard tied it up on a jump shot. 7:12 to play in the first half. Top of the circle, Craig Hawkins for Gaithersburg has the ball, playing catch on the left wing with Tom Dugan. Quince Orchard in the zone defense, a shifting zone. Pete Ambrosi's checked in for the Cougars now, playing up top of the zone defense. On the right-hand corner, it's Woodward. So Hawkins around behind. Quince Orchard really picked up the perimeter defense on their zone right now, making it much harder for Gaithersburg to get some shots off. Here's Holmes getting a shot blocked by Oberholzer of Quince Orchard right at the foul line. Cougar basketball, the 6:45 mark in the half.
Oberholzer and Klein and Tony Mensah, the big people, Doug, have been very active for Ed Davis' ball club today.
Lamont Prather will take over the Cougar point. Top left of the circle, Oberholzer, he drives and he's fouled by Perry Kennedy, the senior for Gaithersburg, right in the zone. Nice look, though, by Prather, who's having one of the better starts we've seen him in the three broadcasts we've seen him, Mike. He's really relaxed now at the point where I think early in the season he had some jitters, and I saw him throw some bad passes, but so far so good for him, I'd say.
Yeah, that was the weakness in the Quince Orchard club, Doug. No leadership on the floor, and Lamont Prather has settled in at the point guard spot. So that's really helped Ed Davis' ball club to get on track. They have a floor leader now, and he's directing traffic. And anytime you get the ball inside of Oberholzer, he's 6'7", 250 pounds. You have a mismatch.
For Gaithersburg, Joey Woodward is out, and back in the ball game, the starter, the sophomore Ben Barnhart, is a guard. At the line, Oberholzer, a big, bulky forward center for the Cougars at 6'5", 250. Misses his first one. And also for Gaithersburg, Paul Forner continues his substitution. Phil Bellman back in along with Dan Harris. Two starters there. Oberholzer has another free throw coming. A lot of bulk in this lineup for both teams, with Oberholzer and Klein down low banging the boards for Quince Orchard, and then Bellman and Harris, the two stocky forwards for Gaithersburg Sporting Crew Cuts. 11-11 our score. We're tied. Oberholzer trying to break the tie, and he does. He rolls his second foul shot in. It's 12-11. Quince Orchard with a 1-point lead at the 6.5-minute mark in the half. Gaithersburg trying to break the Cougar full-court press. Dugan has the ball, working in the back end with Barnhart. Up court right to Hawkins, now to Dugan, down the lane. Layup shot is good. Great move by Dugan, who faked the pass as he was hanging in midair. Gives them a 1-point lead at 13-12.
Tommy Dugan, a quarterback on the JV football team also.
That's right. Pritchett, right baseline jumper blocked from behind by Dugan. It's loose in the court. It goes out of bounds. It's going to go with Gaithersburg. Pritchett is still scoreless, and he's getting 27 a game. Oh, he has 2.
Pritchett has, actually, Doug, Pritchett has 4 points in the ball game.
I'm sorry, it's not by me there. Well, anyway, I'd say he's off his scoring pace, but I've seen him hit some torrid streaks, though.
He's a streaky shooter, Doug. He can get 10 or 12 in a row.
Oh, absolutely. Inside and outside. Gaithersburg ball. Baseline feed to Bellman. Drives the baseline. Shot bothered by Pritchett, and Pritchett gets the rebound on the miss. 5:48 to go in the half. A 1-point Cougar lead. Pritchett, full court drive. Layup is no good. It's short. Rebounded by Dan Harris of Gaithersburg.
Pritchett has to be careful, Doug, not to get frustrated, because that's what's happening to him right now. Gaithersburg has him frustrated. That was a bad shot.
Barnhart to Dugan on the right side of the zone defense of Quince Orchard. Working the ball around the outside. Once again, Gaithersburg looking better than we've ever seen them this year. Hawkins, deep jumper for 3. It's good from the left side. Hawkins makes it a 16-12 Gaithersburg lead. Our first three-point shot, actually second one of the night that's good. Both of them coming from Gaithersburg. I think Hawkins has them both.
Certainly does. Hawkins has 6 points in the game, Doug. He's the only senior on the floor right now.
Prather penetrates for Quince Orchard. Jumper is no good from the right side of the circle. He forced that one against the Gaithersburg zone defense. 5 minutes to go in the half. Gaithersburg by 4. They have the ball. Harris has the ball baseline, goes around Oberholzer out of the trap, and he dribbles the ball off his own leg out of bounds. It'll be Quince Orchard basketball at the 4:52 mark, first half.
Gaithersburg, Doug, hanging tough with 4 sophomores in the ball game and a senior. Very young ball club hanging right with Quince Orchard. Actually, they have the lead by 4.
Prather to Pritchett on the left side. Pritchett way up top on the wing. Baseline feed to Klein. Jumper is good. It rolls in. I've never seen the ball roll so well. Actually, that's Ambrossi on the bucket. Never seen the ball roll so well in these Quince Orchard Cougar rims. 4.5 to go in the half. A 2-point game. Gaithersburg by 2. They break the Cougar press again. Nicely done. Several passes. Patient and calm. Left to right. Hawkins for 3 for Gaithersburg. It's no good. Rebounded by Pritchett of the Cougars. He runs a break. Down the middle. Down the left side to Ambrossi. Picked off by Barnhart of Gaithersburg. Lead pass to a driving Hawkins who lays it in. 18-14. Gaithersburg by 4 at the 4:05 mark in the first half.
Craig Hawkins really come to life here in the second quarter. At 5 points.
Prather to Oberholzer, who jumps out left side of the zone to help out the big guy. Ambrossi is playing the post now for Quince Orchard. Pritchett has the ball up top right, and he really is. Well, Gaithersburg's taking him out of rhythm. They may be playing a box and one on him. Watch him, Mike. See if
they are playing a box and one. Hawkins has a man-to-man. Another turnover.
Gaithersburg steals the ball from Quince Orchard on an inlet pass in the zone, and coming up with a steal was Dugan of Gaithersburg. Now Gaithersburg ball. Barnhart running the point to Dugan right. Baseline right to Harris. He's trapped. Up top to Dugan. To Bellman in the pivot. Left to Hawkins. Jumper is good. Craig Hawkins having a great first half shooting the ball. It's a 6-point Gaithersburg lead at the 3:15 mark in the first half.
But you know what Gaithersburg is doing so well, Doug? They're making the Quince Orchard zone move and chase the basketball. Anytime you do that, you're going to get open jump shot.
Oberholzer on the dribble drive for Quince Orchard. Misses, gets his own rebound, and follows and scores. Well, I've never seen Jerry Oberholzer move like that before. He was really aggressive with the ball. Gaithersburg breaks the press again. Dugan, baseline left to Bellman, and he caps it off with a short jumper. It's a 6-point Trojan lead at 2:48 to play in the first half. As expected, I think, Mike, we're having a good game. This looked to be an evenly matched game coming in, despite the record difference.
Doug, I tell you, if Gaithersburg can win a couple of more games, Paul Thornton gets my vote for Coach of the Year because he's done one heck of a job with this team.
Oberholzer bricks a jumper off the glass, rebounded by Harris of Gaithersburg. To Barnhart, down court right to Harris, to Hawkins rather. To Harris in the lane, his jumper's good, Danny Harris. Looks like Chris Mullen out there with a crew cut. And he shot like him too, but this time with the right hand, and it makes Ed Davis call a timeout. An 8-point Gaithersburg lead at the 2:16 mark. And the WINX crowd will take a Chevyland timeout while we stay tuned on MCPS Cable 52. We'll be right back, WINX.
Doug, you have to.
All right, for the MCPS Channel 52 crowd, on a 2-minute break for the radio side of the simulcast. Mike, what were you going to say?
I tell you, I'm overly impressed with the Gaithersburg ball club and the job that Paul Thornton has done. I mean, they're playing with, they're just oozing with confidence tonight. They're hitting all types of shot playing, great defense. They have Jamel Pritchett frustrated with Gadget's defense. Craig Hawkins, good senior leadership. I tell you, the team looks real good.
Mike, what's some quick stats? You got any totals for us?
Craig Hawkins has 8 points in the ball game. Rather, he has 10 points to lead all scorers. Tom Dugan has 6. Dan Harris has 2. Phil Bellman 2. And Ramon Holmes has 4 for Quince Orchard. For Gaithersburg, rather. And for Quince Orchard, Tony Mensah has 3. Jerry Oberholzer has 3. Jamel Pritchett, the leading scorer, has 6 points. Pete Ambrossi off the bench for 2 points. And Mike Klein is off the bench for 2 points.
Once again, you're listening to a radio television simulcast on MCPS Channel 52, actually watching it. I'm so used to radio watching it. And this is a tape delay from January 31st to Friday. We'll have a whole month's schedule worth of basketball for you on MCPS Channel 52 in conjunction with WINX Radio. And we'll let you know when those times and dates will be. And keep your eye on the Washington Post broadcast section every day in the Post. And next broadcast Wednesday and Thursday with a replay of Watkins Miller Kennedy. Open up our timeout period here. We have in the basketball game for, we have Chin in the basketball game right now. Artie Chin for Quince Orchards. 24-16, Gaithersburg with the lead and the ball. Bellman up top of the circle now to Ben Barnhart. Barnhart will work it on the right-hand side to Remmers in the basketball game. Jeff Remmers in the game for Gaithersburg for the first time. 1:42 to play in the half. Remmers on the right wing. Quince Orchard playing his zone. Dugan loses the ball on the left wing. Trapped by Oberholzer. He's in trouble. Looked like he double dribbled, but the official, I don't know if they missed it or not. But Dugan drives the lane and he's fouled.
Tommy Dugan playing like a man possessed. He blocked Tony Mentz's shot on the other end of the court. He comes down here, gets a drive to the basket, and he's fouled, and they go to the free throw line.
At the free throw line is Tommy Dugan. Should be live here, Cat. On the radio side. Nope. 24-16 our score. Gaithersburg in the lead at 1:33 to go in the first half. And his first one is good. Tom Dugan, the sophomore, having a good game running the point. He's really done a nice job.
Tony Dugan's a player of the future for Gaithersburg, a very heady sophomore.
Actually, he's probably played more wing tonight than point, but he and Barnhart have been switching off from time to time. And he rolls his second one in 26-16 now. Gaithersburg 10-point lead. Artie Chin has the ball for the Cougars at the 1.5-minute mark. Chin is trapped by two Trojans. Cross-court left to Oberholzer. Baseline right feed to Pritchett, stolen by Gaithersburg's Danny Harris.
Good rotation by Danny Harris in the back of the defense to pick it off.
Barnhart, the sophomore, with the ball. On the right-hand side to Jeff Remmers. Swinging left to Dugan. Out of Harris on the baseline left at the 1:05 mark in the first half. 26-16, Gaithersburg by 10. Both teams have 14 fouls in the first half. 3 to go for the bonus, and we have a steal by Quince Orchards. Oberholzer, Albrasi on the dribble drive and caps off the break. That's his 4th point of the night at the 52nd mark in the first half. A 8-point Gaithersburg lead. And once again, Gaithersburg breaks the full-court press. Remmers now throws the ball up top to Ben Barnhart. Looks like Quince Orchard's going to a half-court trap. And Brossi on the steal. We have a foul against Ben Barnhart, the sophomore of Gaithersburg, against Pete Ambrossi. 34 seconds to play first half. 26-18, Gaithersburg has the lead.
Rossi doing a good job with guard defense out front.
Oberholzer will inbound the ball in the back end, just beyond half court for Quince Orchard. They're down 8 now. Artie Chin will take over the point. Point guard's been a problem this year for Quince Orchard. They haven't really found anybody up there. Really done a nice job, but Prather's done a nice job so far. Brossi was trapped momentarily. Now clears it out to Pritchett. Gaithersburg's going to a half-court trapping defense. Pritchett to Chin.
Pritchett's really
17 seconds to go now. Quince Orchard's going for the last shot. Down 8. 10 seconds to play. Larry Hurd in the game for the Cougars. Has the ball on the left wing. To Ambrossi. Corner jumper is no good from Pete Ambrossi. Rebound Gaithersburg at 2 seconds to play. Harris will not get a final shot off to close out our first half. At the end of one half of play on the Chevyland basketball simulcast on WNX Radio and MCPS Channel 52. Tape delay, cable TV. It's Gaithersburg 26, Quince Orchard 18. We'll be right back with our halftime show after this timeout.
This program is made possible by the following contributors. Chevy Chase Chevyland, with more than 50 years of experience selling new and used cars and trucks in the Washington, D.C. area. The right dealership for the right reasons. Located at 7725 Wisconsin Avenue in Bethesda. Lincoln Investment Planning, registered investment advisors. At Lincoln Investment Planning, it's our business to build your best tomorrow. Located at 250 Hungerford Drive in Rockville. Or call us at 738-3399.
The energy saved by recycling just one aluminum can could operate a television set for 3 hours.
For every 4 feet of newspaper you recycle, 1 tree is saved.
The energy saved by recycling just 1 glass bottle could light a 100-watt bulb for 4 hours.
It's good to recycle because the world can get trashed up and we don't want that to happen in our world.
Buy stuff that's recycled. Recycle the stuff you buy. Take it back.
She's going to shoot. Welcome back to the Chevyland simulcast on WINX Radio and MCPS Channel 52 Sports. Doug Lotzback and Mike Withers. Halftime, 3 minutes, 43 seconds away from our second half. Gaithersburg leads at 26-18. Mike, first half stats.
For Quince Orchard, Doug, Jerry Oberholzer has 3 points. Tony Mensah has 3 points and 2 boards. Jamel Pritchard has 6 points, 3 rebounds. Pete Ambrossi off the bench with 4 points and no rebound. Lamont Prather has 2 points and a board. And Mike Klein off the bench for 2 points and 1 rebound. And for the Trojans, Doug, Craig Hawkins has played a great first half. He has 10 points and 1 rebound, including 2 3-pointers. Tom Dugan has 8 points and a board. Dan Harris has 2 points and 3 rebounds. Phil Bellman, a starter, has 2 points. And also, Ramon Holmes, a sophomore, has 4 points and 1 rebound, 8 turnovers apiece for both ball clubs.
These sophomores for Gaithersburg are doing a nice job here, especially breaking the press. I think that's a big key with them tonight.
Certainly, Doug, they're doing a great job handling the pressure, but I like the confidence of which they're playing with. They have 4 sophomores on the court and 1 senior with Craig Hawkins, and they never missed a beat. They were playing like juniors and seniors out there, so I really like the composure, and Paul Floringer has given this team confidence. That's very important. And, you know, Coach Davis was right. He was a little frightened on the outset. He didn't know which team would show up. Gaithersburg is coming here with nothing to lose, and they played great.
Well, Jamel Pritchett really hasn't gotten going for Quince Orchard yet. He's averaging 27 a game, and he's one of the most exciting players in the county. And you wonder what the frustration factor is with him so far, but he doesn't look to be forcing things when he gets the ball yet. He's being patient, and if they can get a few points out of him in the second half, I'd say they're going to have to in order to win. But I don't know. What about Quince Orchard offensively? I think Gaithersburg's doing a nice job in their zone defense.
They are, because Pritchard is such a big part of the offense, Doug. He's the only consistent scorer and outside shooter that they have, and they've pretty much taken him out of the offense with a box of one and other gadget defenses. So he is barely touching the basketball, and when he does, he's 30 feet from the basket. So they're going to have to set some screens down low so he can try to run his man off and get the ball out on the wings where he can maneuver and get some shots off. When they can do that, that will free up the rest of the team.
Well, it's 26-18 at the end of our first half. We're about 2 minutes away from our second half on the Chevyland simulcast with WINX Radio and MCPS Channel 52 Sports. I'm Doug Lotzback along with Mike Withers. We'll be right back with our second half right after this timeout.
This program is made possible by the following contributors. The Stanley Kaplan Educational Center, test preparation specialists for PSAT, SAT, law school and graduate school exams. Located in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Call 301-770-3444. WINX AM 1600, in service to the community, playing 40 years of top 40 hits.
You love sports on MCPS TV? Well, there's much more. Like Homework Hotline Live to help you through the week, Quizmaster Challenge to tickle your brain, and contemporary issues to express your opinion. Call 279-3141 now and ask for a program guide and watch MCPS TV.
Getting set to start our second half of play. Gaithersburg will have the first possession. They're up 8 points, 26-18. This is Chevyland basketball on WINX and MCPS Channel 52 Sports on the simulcast. Gaithersburg High School starts off on the left-hand side with Tom Dugan having the ball. Quince Orchard's gone to a man-for-man defense. Now the radio end back in action. Quince Orchard High School back on defense to start off our second half. Danny Harris for Gaithersburg has the ball up top, and he's fouled by Jerry Oberholzer for Quince Orchard to start off our second half. 26-18, Gaithersburg leads this game, 7:40 to go in the third quarter. Just underway. And on the sidelines, inbounds pass. It'll come from Gaithersburg High. First team foul second half for Quince Orchard High School. Craig Hawkins inbounds the ball. Had some great outside shooting first half. Plays catch momentarily with a teammate. Now he's back in action. Quince Orchard's going to a man-for-man defense to start off second half after playing a lot of zone in the first. Dugan has the ball left wing, bothered by Pritchett. To Harris around behind, hits the ground, throws the ball away, turnover. Gaithersburg High School. Well, this opening few moments might be important, I would say, for Gaithersburg to maintain their momentum for the first half, and certainly for Quince Orchard to get back in the game before it gets out of hand. Gaithersburg's played excellent. Here's Prather driving on Barnhart. Jumper inside the foul line, no good. Rebound, Mensah blocked away by Harris on the return shot. Mensah will be at the line shooting two. Harris, a shorter player than Mensah, about 6'2". Mensah about 6'5", who can jump. Harris got off the ground quickly, but he'll send Tony Mensah to the Quince Orchard foul line for 2 free throws at 7:06 to go third. 26-18, Gaithersburg by 8.
Mensah with foul trouble in the first half, Doug. If he can stay out of foul trouble and be active on the inside like he was in the early going, he will certainly give the Quince Orchard team a lift.
Danny Harris has his first foul on the game for Gaithersburg. Mensah misses his first free throw, so that keeps it a Gaithersburg 8-point lead. 7:06 to go on the Chevy Lane basketball simulcast with WINX and MCPS Channel 52 Sports. Mensah misses his second one. Rebound goes to Tom Dugan of Gaithersburg, and now Barnhart controls for the Gaithersburg Trojans. Starts it on the left-hand side to Hawkins, covered by Prather. Up top to Harris, covered by Oberholzer. Right side to Barnhart. Cross-court pass to Bellman, picked up by Tony Mensah. Quince Orchard playing man for man, doing a nice job. Gaithersburg being patient. 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Hawkins calls a play out by the foul circle, starts it right side to Harris, who gets a pick, or gives him a pick, gives it back to him. Right baseline the ball goes, and it's loose on the court. Gaithersburg will maintain control as it rolls out of bounds along the baseline. Gaithersburg basketball. Craig Hawkins will inbound the ball baseline. Quince Orchard playing his zone off the inbounds pass, goes way up top to Ben Barnhart. 6:23 to go third quarter. Here's Hawkins' jumper from the left corner is no good. Rebounded by Pete Ambrosi, and he's called for double dribble on the break for Quince Orchard High School. Boy, Quince Orchard a little bit still sputtering just a tad here. And Perry Kennedy will come in, the senior for Gaithersburg. Oberholzer will leave, get a little extra quickness in this lineup. And also coming in for Gaithersburg is Ramon Holmes, a sophomore. Had such a great first half off the bench. Gaithersburg basketball, baseline, 6:18 to play third quarter. Hawkins slaps the ball, looking at the Quince Orchard zone. Goes in the corner left to Dugan. He's trapped. Swings it up top to Barnhart, almost picked off and stolen by Ambrosi, but he's called for a foul, and Ed Davis, the Quince Orchard coach, didn't like the call. He was up off the bench yelling at referee Gary Bradshaw. Ed didn't think so, but it's going to be possession basketball for Gaithersburg. Second team foul this half against Quince Orchard High.
Looked like Ambrosi had a steal, but the referee said he grabbed his arm. Coach Davis definitely not in agreement with that.
Quince Orchard's gone back to his zone. Dugan has the ball right wing. Top of the circle of Barnhart. Barnhart dribbling around. Quince Orchard trying to be active around the outside. They're doing a nice job with the Pritchett and West along the baseline. Mensah, the big center, right in the middle of the lane. Here's a great feed in low to Kennedy. His shot is bothered by Mensah, partially blocked. Dugan has it back for Gaithersburg. Follow away, blocked away by Mensah. Outlet goes to Pritchett. One-on-one with Hawkins, and he'll back it off on the left wing now. Waits for everybody to come down court at the 5:40 mark third. Pritchett on Hawkins. Jumper in the lane, no good. Rebounded by Ben Barnhart, the sophomore of Gaithersburg. He runs a break. Down court right side to Hawkins, and he'll back it off against the Quince Orchard zone. He double dribbled, and the official missed it, I think.
Sonny did had his back to the official when he double dribbled. We could see him, but the referee could not.
Dugan on the left wing. His dribble is stopped by West, and Quince Orchard's gone back to a man-for-man defense. Gaithersburg has to call a timeout. Paul Forger says, let's talk things over. Let's take a 60-second break on the Chevy Lane simulcast on WINX and MCPS Channel 52 Sports. At the 5:15 mark third, it's 26-18, Gaithersburg.
This program is made possible by the following contributors. Chevy Chase Chevyland, with more than 50 years of experience selling new and used cars and trucks in the Washington, D.C. area. The right dealership for the right reasons. Located at 7725 Wisconsin Avenue in Bethesda. Lincoln Investment Planning, registered investment advisors. At Lincoln Investment Planning, it's our business to build your best tomorrow. Located at 250 Hungerford Drive in Rockville, or call us at 738-3399.
It's cold outside, so bundle up tight and be sure to watch MCPS TV in February. We have special programs for children during this Black History Month. Programs like Freedom Station, Truly American, Assignment the World, and your old favorite Homework Hotline Live. Write down this number now, 279-3141. And after this program preview, call and ask for your free monthly program guide. Then you can take advantage of all there is to offer on MCPS TV.
Back on the Chevyland basketball simulcast on WINX and MCPS Channel 52 Sports. After the timeout, Gaithersburg has the ball. They're up 8 at the 5:13 mark in the third quarter. Controlling the ball is Ben Barnhart at the half-court stripe on Ambrosi. Trying to penetrate the right wing. He goes right side to Craig Hawkins of Gaithersburg. Picked up by Prather of Quince Orchard. Excellent quickness there. But both players share the number 34. On the right-hand side, the ball goes to Barnhart. Looking in low to Holmes. It's knocked away by Quince Orchard's Pritchett, but Gaithersburg has it back. Here's a forced jumper by Hawkins, right side. It's no good. Bad shot. Rebounded by Rasheed West of Quince Orchard. Prather in the front end for the Cougars at the 4:42 mark, third. They're down 8 points. Halftime score was 26-18 Gaithersburg. And that's what we have right now in the third quarter. And we have a foul down low as Rasheed West received a pass from the wing from Ambrosi. The foul will go against, I believe, Ben Barnhart. It will, of Gaithersburg. That is the Gaithersburg Trojans' second team foul this half.
And Barnhart may be against Kennedy. Kennedy's going to the bench. I think he got called for holding down low. And Rasheed West, Doug, it would certainly be a lift if he could score some baskets. He has yet to score for Quince Orchard.
Pritchett on the left wing on the inbounds pass to Prather. Now Ambrosi has the ball up top of the circle for Quince Orchard, and he'll take a jumper just inside the three-point line. No good. Rebound Menso Quince Orchard. He's fouled in the lane on the rebound. I think it's going to go against Danny Harris of Gaithersburg High School. We'll have to see. Referee Gary Bradshaw on the call. It will go against Danny Harris. Should be his second personal on the game. Third team foul. 4 more to go for the bonus for the Cougars, and it'll be Pritchett inbounding the ball along the baseline. There's Mensa in your TV screen for you Channel 52 fans. And coming in the game for the first time tonight for Quince Orchard is Tim Sopko, a player I like a lot. He's a good shooter.
Mensa up around the rim when he grabbed that rebound. He could have just tapped it back in there. Didn't realize how high it was in the air.
I think he's a very talented underclassman in this county. I think he's, for next season, if he plays a lot of summer ball, he can fill out and do some good things. 3 seconds against Quince Orchard after they inbound the ball. 4:11 to go in the third quarter. 26-18. Gaithersburg by 8, and they're playing very well.
Caught Rasheed West camping in the lane, trying to post up. That call for the 3 seconds.
Barnhart runs the Gaithersburg attack. Backdoor feed to Holmes to the right side. He's called for traveling. For the second time tonight, Holmes gets a little excited when he catches the ball, but he had a great pick play from the left wing. Caught the backdoor feed on the right side of the lane from Barnhart. Looked great on that play, but he just walked before he shot.
It used to be a very popular play a couple of years ago, a high screen.
Sopko for Quince Orchard, working with Prather in the Quince Orchard end. 3:45 to play third. 26-18. We still haven't had a bucket this whole third quarter. It's the exact same score we had at halftime. Prather on the left wing to Sopko. Gaithersburg playing man for man, but they're sagging in heavily in the paint. Here's Sopko's wing jumper left, no good. Rebounded by Gaithersburg High School's Tom Dugan, the sophomore. Barnhart comes up in the front end.
Both teams ice-cold shooting from the floor.
West almost picked off a wing pass, but Dugan there fighting for it, and it goes off West's hands of Quince Orchard. Gaithersburg ball along the right sideline. 3:19 to play third quarter.
Quince Orchard, that tough man-to-man defense really extending it all over their half of the court. And Gaithersburg in that box and one.
Barnhart has the ball at the top of the circle for the Gaithersburg Blue. On the right-hand side of Hawkins. Elo to Holmes, who's wide open. Tony Mensa lost his man for the Quince Orchard team, and Holmes was wide open for an easy bucket. Now it's a Gaithersburg 10-point lead. They're largest at 3:03 to go. Third quarter, and that's our first basket of the second half. Quince Orchard working frantically around the Gaithersburg defense's perimeter. I think we're looking at a box and one with Pritchett being covered man for man, but Sopko hits a jumper at the top of the circle for the Cougars. Makes it an 8-point Gaithersburg lead. Now Quince Orchard presses again, but Gaithersburg does a nice job and breaks it.
That's Sopko's roll off the bench. He's his own buster. He can shoot it.
Barnhart on the left wing to Hawkins. He muffs the pass. Quince Orchard steal. Prather on Barnhart. Barnhart fouls Lamont Prather as he drives in the lane on the fast break. It'll be a team foul. That'll be Gaithersburg's 4th of the half. 3 more to go before the Cougars shoot bonus. 2:32 to go third, 28-20. Gaithersburg by 8.
Smart foul by Barnhart. Give them no easy baskets. You don't want to get these guys started at all. Gaithersburg playing an excellent defensive game.
Sopko will inbound the ball for the Cougars baseline in the lane to West. Shot blocked from behind by Holmes of Gaithersburg foul. Ramon Holmes, the sophomore. Well, he definitely got a piece of Rasheed West that time, but there you go, Mike. We've seen that several times this year with miscellaneous games where inbounds passes beneath the basket go right in the lane. You really can't let that happen.
No, teams playing a zone, they lose sight of their man, Doug. They're watching the ball out of bounds, and the players just sneak right in behind them for easy layups.
Rasheed West will shoot 2 free throws for the Quince Orchard Cougar White. Rasheed West, what I believe, is one of the better talents in the county. He's a senior, and although he's had a mixed bag season this year, played some good minutes, some bad ones, and I think he's put a lot of pressure on himself to do a lot of things for Quince Orchard, scoring-wise. Hits his first free throw to make it a 7-point game. A lot of dribbles from number 20. But he's a good-looking athlete, runs the court well, and can jump. The second one is good, but referee Gary Bradshaw says no bucket, lane violation against, I think it's either against West on the foul line or Sopko. I think West stepped over the line. 28-21 is our score. Gaithersburg by 7. They're working on the Quince Orchard press. Dugan breaks it up the middle. Why, not yet. He didn't get there at a half court. There's a foul against Tim Sopko. I gave Dugan credit. He stopped shy of the half court mark. I thought he was going to go across it, but he got fouled by Sopko. Now that's Quince Orchard's 3rd team foul of the half.
Gaithersburg doing everything right so far. This ball game really holding Quince Orchard in check. Their big gun has yet to get off. Jamel Pritchett still only 4 points in the game.
Greg Hawkins gives the ball up to a new point guard in the game for Gaithersburg. We have David Horvath in for the first time, a junior. Horvath drives the lane. Can't get very far. Kicks it off left side to the senior Danny Harris. Back to Horvath. Horvath, the southpaw. Right wing jumper from Dugan on the feet from Horvath. No good. Rebound Harris, left baseline of Gaithersburg. Shot blocked by Mensah, and Mensah has the ball. Outlet to Prather. Down court to Pritchett, and he kicks it out of bounds. He was trying to gather himself for either a jam or a layup, but it goes off his knee out of bounds. Gaithersburg ball.
Pritchett just could not get it on track. Gaithersburg has done a good job just keeping him out of sync all night long.
Horvath throws a pass up court off the knee of Phil Bellman, the teammate, stolen by West of Quince Orchard. Jumper by West is no good, followed and missed by Pritchett, followed and scored by Mensah of the Cougars. It's a 5-point Gaithersburg lead at the 1:40 mark, 3rd period. Gaithersburg trying to break the Quince Orchard press. They do it. Bellman has the ball in the front end. Lead pass to a wide open Dugan. Blocked from behind by Pritchett. It's loose on the court. Dugan has it. Right wing to Hawkins of Gaithersburg. And he'll back it off wisely and run the offense. So Quince Orchard's turned it up a notch here.
That was great hustle from Jamel Pritchett to come all the way down the full court and block that shot.
Horvath looks like Danny Hurley at Seton Hall. I'm telling you, he looks just like him. Same kind of body, a little bit shorter with a left-handed dribble. And there's a foul in the lane. Referee Gary Bradshaw calls a foul. It's going to go against Quince Orchard. And it's going against Tim Sopko for pushing off. It'll be Gaithersburg ball along the baseline. Ed Davis of Quince Orchard doesn't like the way things are going right now. He's up off the bench. He walks around. Ed gets a lot of miles off that Quince Orchard sideline. Sopko will leave the game for Quince Orchard, as will Prather. In the game for the first time, Larry Hurd, the great quarterback for the football team, and Artie Chin. Inbounds pass for Gaithersburg goes to Bellman. Now on the left wing to Dugan. 1:09 to play third. A 5-point game, 28-23. Gaithersburg by 5. Horvath around her to the left side. He's trapped to Harris. Swing it right to Hawkins. In the Bellman now. Left wing to Dugan. Wide open jumper short. Dugan has a rebound at 51 seconds to play in the third. And the ball goes out of bounds off of, I guess it was Dugan. And Paul Forger, the Gaithersburg coach, says he's telling the official to miss the call. It'll be Quince Orchard basketball.
Quince Orchard, Doug, really turned it up a notch on defense that time. They were trapping out of that 2-3 zone, just chasing the ball all over the court, forced Gaithersburg into a jump shot, was able to get the turnover.
Artie Chin beats Horvath up the court on the press, and he throws the ball away for the Cougars. Turnover, Quince Orchard. 42 seconds to go third, 28-23. Gaithersburg by 5. Horvath has the ball inbounds. So working up the court is Gaithersburg against the Quince Orchard trapping full court press. Horvath in trouble. Now Dugan in the front end, breaks the press. Baseline right feed to Bellman. Jumper good for Bellman. 7-point Gaithersburg lead at the half-minute mark, third. Chin on Horvath, the back end for Quince Orchard. Horvath man-for-man pressure. Half-court trap by Gaithersburg. Pritchett has the ball. Left baseline feed to Hurd. Blocked on the shot by Harris at Gaithersburg. Foul, Danny Harris. And Larry Hurd will be going to the line for the Quince Orchard Cougars at the 16-second mark in the third. It's 30-23 Gaithersburg.
Hurd off the bench for the first time, going hard to the basket. Danny Harris, the sophomore, thought he had a good block, but got him with the body.
Larry Hurd has had a frustrating season. He had more minutes last year, late in the season in particular, as a great zone breaker and a three-point shooter. Try to work him in as a point guard. That's not his true spot. He's more of a wing guard. But he has great shooting ability, but he misses his first free throw. One of the hardest things to do, I think, is come off the bench. He sat out the entire first half. Now he's asked to shoot some free throws here, and he's down by 7. Coming in the game for Gaithersburg again is Perry Kennedy, and leaving is Danny Harris. Larry Hurd, the crew cut looking point guard, wing guard for Quince Orchard. Had a great football year, quarterbacking the team to the state championship in the 4A. He misses the second one. Rebound goes to Bellman of Gaithersburg. Horvath goes in the front end, all by himself around Shin. Great feed and low to Holmes, who hits a short jumper right in the lane. 5 seconds to play in the quarter. Gaithersburg watches a full court pass by Quince Orchard. Pritchett at the buzzer misses for the Cougars. And that ends our third quarter on the Chevyland simulcast from WINX at MCPS Channel 52 Sports. It's Gaithersburg 32, Quince Orchard 23. We'll be back with our fourth quarter after this timeout.
This program is made possible by the following contributors. The Stanley Kaplan Educational Center, test preparation specialists for PSAT, SAT, law school and graduate school exams. Located in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Call 301-770-3444. WINX AM 1600, in service to the community, playing 40 years of top 40 hits.
Addie is a runaway slave, trying to reach freedom. Her friends are all caught, but Addie is saved by a white farmer who hides her in his cellar. Will Addie escape the slave catchers? What does freedom mean to Addie and to the farmer's daughter who helps her? Find out on the Freedom Station. See what's happening around the world this week on Assignment the World. Assignment the World isn't a typical news program. It's full of puzzles, questions, and opinions, all about events in the world. When bad weather hits, you can tune to MCPS TV to get immediate school closing information. Call now, 279-3141, and receive a free program guide for all the programs here on MCPS TV. And watch us while you warm those fingers and toes.
Back on MCPS Channel 52 and WINX Radio on the Chevyland simulcast. Doug Watts, back, and Mike Withers for all your play-by-play and color commentary. 32-23 to start off our fourth quarter. Gaithersburg still with the lead at 9. Artie Chin has the ball for the Cougars. Start things off. Right baseline feed to a wide open Ricky McFarland in the game for Quince Orchard, who lays it up and in. Now they're down 7. Gaithersburg working on the Cougar press. It's a zone trap full court press. Gaithersburg still in trouble. Stolen the back end by Rasheed West of Quince Orchard, who come over to steal.
It's an important series for Quince Orchard here, Doug. They have to get something going.
Right wing jumper by Chin, or Quince Orchard's no good for 3. Bad shot by Artie Chin. Radio side back with us now to start off our fourth quarter. We had a bucket by Quince Orchard to make it a 7-point game, 32-25. Now Gaithersburg inbounding the ball against the Cougar full court press. Up the left-hand side, the press is broken. Hawkins lead pass to Dugan. Left-handed layup is good. Tom Dugan, great looking left-handed shot against Ricky McFarland in the game now for Quince Orchard.
Dugan did a great job. He looked McFarland off. He thought it was going to pass, and he laid it with the left hand.
34-25, Quince Orchard looking at a 9-point Gaithersburg lead. Hurd in the wing. Up top of the circle to Chin. He's called for traveling by referee Gary Bradshaw. against the Gaithersburg zone. Boy, Quince Orchard is just fired up. I think Ed Davis had a lot to say at the timeout huddle. We have another timeout here on MCPS Channel 52 Sports and the Chevyland simulcast in WINX Radio. We'll be right back after this timeout.
This program is made possible by the following contributors. Chevy Chase Chevyland, with more than 50 years of experience selling new and used cars and trucks in the Washington, D.C. area. The right dealership for the right reasons. Located at 7725 Wisconsin Avenue in Bethesda. Lincoln Investment Planning, registered investment advisors. At Lincoln Investment Planning, it's our business to build your best tomorrow. Located at 250 Hungerford Drive in Rockville, or call us at 738-3399.
The energy saved by recycling just one aluminum can could operate a television set for 3 hours.
For every 4 feet of newspaper you recycle, 1 tree is saved.
The energy saved by recycling just one glass bottle could light a 100-watt bulb for 4 hours.
It's good to recycle because the world can get trashed up and we don't want that to happen in our world.
Buy stuff that's recycled. Recycle the stuff you buy. Take it back.
After the timeout, Gaithersburg will inbound the ball. Working on the Cougar full-court press, Hawkins and Barnhart back in the game. They break it in the middle to Dugan. Beautiful job. Dugan's lane jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Pritchett, stolen by Gaithersburg. Hawkins jumper, no good. Rebound Oberholzer. Back on the radio end. Everyone's back now with simulcast. And now we have Quince Orchard basketball. And their home end after a couple of shots by Gaithersburg didn't fall. 34-25 is our score. Gaithersburg by 9, 6:42 to play. Top of the circle, the inbounds pass goes to West. His jumper is good for 3 for Quince Orchard. That's their first three-pointer of the night, 34-28. Trojans by 6, and we have a foul against Quince Orchard's Rashid West against Craig Hawkins of Gaithersburg as they were trying to break the press and still short of the bonus. It'll be Quince Orchard's 15th foul, West's second. 2 more to go before Gaithersburg shoots the bonus.
Trojans done a good job against the Quince Orchard pressure, Doug, passing the ball up the court rather than dribbling it against his own press. That's the way you break it.
Quince Orchard playing man for man. Right low post from Hawkins to Bellman. Back to Hawkins. The jumper is no good from the foul circle. Rebound right side. It's good by Perry Kennedy of Gaithersburg. Did a great job hitting the boards.
But Dick Kennedy never brought the ball down, got the offensive rebound, kept it up, and stuck it right back.
6:09 to go in the game. Weston and Brazzi for Quince Orchard playing Keston out by the half-court mark. Gaithersburg still packing it in. I think they're still playing boxing one on Pritchett. We'll have to watch. Now they're back to a true zone. West for 3 on the right side is good for Quince Orchard over top of the zone. Makes it a 5-point game again. Gaithersburg by 5, 36-31. They come up with a steal against the press. West missed a layup, but Oberholzer follows and scores. Now it's his 36-33 lead for Gaithersburg. 5:42 to play. Gaithersburg getting pressured now by this press. They had a great game up till now, and they finally break it this time. Bellman to a driving Barnhart baseline, and there's a jump ball called as his shot is blocked by Oberholzer of Quince Orchard. Another possession rule. It'll stay with Gaithersburg. Boy, Mike, I tell you, things have really gone frantic here in this basketball game.
They certainly have. Quince Orchard has got the game at their pace right now. Gaithersburg is trying to run with them.
Timeout, and we'll take a radio timeout. 36-33 our score for Gaithersburg, up 3. 5:33 to play on the Chevyland simulcast. The radio side, let's take a 60-second break, and then cable TV folks will keep it right here. Okay, I think we're on a 90-second break there, Cat, on WINX Radio and MCPS Channel 52 Sports. We're still with you on this at the 5:33 mark. Now, Mike, you're Ed Davis. Obviously, I think he's motivated his kids to play a little bit harder, and I think that's all it's been is they've just turned it up a notch, and their press is really starting to kick in now.
They've turned it up a notch, but it helps, Doug, when you can score a basket. So it doesn't help to play a whole lot of defense when you can't score. Rashid West has stepped up and made 2 big three-pointers here in the 4th quarter. Jamel Pritchett has yet to score since early in the game. Now, I think it was the 1st quarter when he scored his 2 baskets. So Rashid West has stepped up. Their defense has turned it up a notch. And Gaithersburg has, the game has gotten to a much faster tempo than what they would like to play. And they started to turn the ball over a bit. So Paul Forger, good timeout, settle his team back down, make some passes on offense, and get the shot they want, not the one Quince Orchard wants them to have.
Our next radio television simulcast will be next Tuesday night live radio, Watkins Mill at Kennedy. Tape delay, replay Wednesday, Thursday. Next Friday, another radio TV simulcast. Springbrook at Blair, replay on TV Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. After the timeout, Gaithersburg inbounds the ball along their baseline. It goes clear on the left-hand corner to Harris. Now to Dugan, top left in the circle. They're up 3, 36-33. Harris has the ball back in for Gaithersburg in the game. Lost it, gets it back, loses it again. And Brosey on the steal for Quince Orchard. He's in the front end now. 5:18 to go. West for 3. No good. Rebound Oberholzer. It's blocked partially, but he gets it off. He misses. Rebound Harris of Gaithersburg. Harris steals it for Quince Orchard. And we have a call on the baseline by referee Gary Bradshaw. Radio folks are back with us now. We had some more frantic action from both teams. It's still 36-33. Quince Orchard down 3, but they have the ball, looks like, at the 5:07 mark. They had some play off the ball, and Quince Orchard missed the jumper from Rasheed West, and then on the ensuing rebound, we had Hurd going down on the court for the ball, kind of stripping it away. It'll be Quince Orchard basketball. And they'll inbound the ball along the baseline. 5:07 to play. Quince Orchard down 3. Pitching on the left wing for 3. It's short. Rebound almost tipped in by McFarland for Rasheed West. Rebound goes to Gaithersburg. Stolen by Oberholzer, who lays it in. Oberholzer on the steal in the basket. It's a 1-point Gaithersburg lead. Gaithersburg out of control now. Loose the ball against the Quince Orchard press. And Brosey bothered Dugan and went off Dugan's knee out of bounds. And the 4:50 mark, it's 36-35, Quince Orchard by 1. And another timeout by Gaithersburg. Let's take a radio 90-second break, and we'll be right back on WNX Sports, and we'll keep it right here on Cable 52. Okay, Mike, well, things have not improved at all for Gaithersburg. Paul Forger's called a couple of quick timeouts, and I think the emotion of the crowd and the quick catch-up now by Quince Orchard has rattled them, and they've really lost their composure.
Doug, when you're inexperienced, it starts to show under pressure, and Quince Orchard had really turned it up, Doug. They got Gaithersburg in a vice right now, and they're starting to tighten it up. Jerry Oberholzer is playing a big fourth quarter here. He's really active on the offensive backboard. Rasheed West has turned it up a notch. Just the Quince Orchard team as a whole, really all out on defense, and Gaithersburg is having a tough time getting it to their offense. Can't even get the ball out of their half of the court.
We should also mention that Quince Orchard, not only do they have a great football team that's done well, their wrestling team is unbelievable this year. And they've won their last 10 matches in a row. They feature guys like David Vanier, the heavyweight wrestler. Looks like he might even be a state champion this year. And Eric Alvin,
right,
good football player.
Vanier only one loss of the year, and he has avenged that already.
And our radio people will be joining us in 30 seconds after the timeout. And Brosey will dribble up the court in the front end now against Gaithersburg's defense. 4:43 to go in the game. A 1-point lead now for Gaithersburg. Quince Orchard's fought back. They were down by as many as 10 points at one time. Hurd on the left wing against the Gaithersburg man for man. Here's Pritchett, half hook, no good.
Pritchett just cannot buy a basket.
Okay, our radio fans are back. Welcome back, WNX crowd of the simulcast. Gaithersburg has the ball. They're still up 1, 36-35. Working against the Quince Orchard man for man. And we have a foul out by half court against Rasheed West of Quince Orchard. And by the scoreboards, Mark, that's the 6th team foul against the Cougars. One more to go for Gaithersburg to get in the bonus. I would say that'd be a big help for them, Mike, to settle down and get some offense at the foul line.
Certainly, it would not hurt him, Doug. Tom Dugan got very lucky. He put the ball right in the hands of Rasheed West, but they say West raked him across his arm.
Danny Harris catches the inbounds pass, now gives it up to Ben Barnhart, the sophomore point guard. Works against the veteran Ambrosi. Got a lot of minutes last year in that Final Four squad for Quince Orchard. Made it all the way to the state finals, or state semifinals, before they were defeated by Springbrook, who lost to Parkdale. Bellman is in trouble on the left-hand side for Gaithersburg, and dribbles out of trouble up top of Dugan. Looks like Gaithersburg's gone to a bit of a stall game here at the 3:48 mark, and they're up 1, 36-35. Have not had a whole lot of offense out of Gaithersburg this entire half. They've only scored 10 points thus far, the whole second half. Here's Harris, left side of the lane, banks one in. Great feed from Dugan.
That was a great move. Good pump fake.
Ambrosi in the front end for Quince Orchard. 3.5 to play. They're down 3. Now the old theory is you work extra hard to catch up, or you're too tired to actually take the lead and win it. Pritchett has been very quiet this game, but he's been patient. The scoring come from other players with Quince Orchard. The press has brought them back into the game. And Brazzi in the right corner, he's fouled. He's trapped by Craig Hawkins of Gaithersburg in the far right side. That's the 16th foul against the Trojans. Now both teams will be in bonus situation every foul from here on out. Oh, the scoreboard was one behind, so it will be bonus now for Peter Brazzi of the Quince Orchard Cougars, a veteran guard. Another guy that I thought was a big key off the bench for them last year. He was their 7th or 8th man late in the season and had some good minutes for them. And he hits his first one, makes it a 38-36 lead. Gaithersburg still by 2. Quince Orchard has had a great pressing game here in the second half, most notably midway through the third, right on up into now. And Brazzi, second one is good. A 1-point game again, a 3:09 to play. Harris inbounds the ball to Bellman. Once again, Quince Orchard zone trap press. Up court to Hawkins. Now to Dugan, down the middle drive, backed away by the Cougars. It's loose. Barnhart picks it up for the Trojans. He has control again. Gaithersburg has the ball. Right wing to Hawkins. Quince Orchard playing chase and trap. They're really playing frantic defense. Man for man.
Quince Orchard trying to trap the ball every opportunity to get really ball hawking.
Barnhart out by half court. Gaithersburg is really giving up, really attacking the basket. Looks like they're just trying to kill the clock. It's awfully hard to do, especially with a young team like they have. A lot of sophomores on the court. Bellman to Barnhart, one of those sophomores, trapped by Brazzi, up by half court to Harris. He's in trouble, and they have a foul against Rasheed West. You better be careful. West is really upset. Right. Referee Gary Bradshaw, a veteran, was very cool-headed. He let Rasheed give him a chance to cool off. He could have slapped him with a technical.
Certainly, he looked at him. I thought he was going to slap him with a tech, but then he thought about what type of game it is. Very emotional ball game.
I think that was a good play by referee Gary Bradshaw, who's done a lot of games, and he knew that give Rasheed a chance to calm down before he slapped him with the tee. Rasheed's an emotional player, and got to let him just for a moment get the steam out, then he calmed down. Like he did a good thing. Danny Harris at the line, the senior, 2:30 mark. 1-point lead for Danny Harris. His first one is good. It rolls in on these tight Quince Orchard rims.
Boy, Harris has ice in his veins, Doug. He made the big pump fake move inside last time he scored for Gaithersburg. He steps to the free throw line, hit his first free throw. He has one more coming.
Harris averaging 9 a game. Second away is good. Almost identically rolled. Rim, backboard, rim, and then in. 2:28 to play. A 3-point Gaithersburg lead. Deep jumper by Hurd is no good. Rebound goes to Quince Orchard. Rasheed West has it. He'll direct traffic. Gaithersburg playing a zone. A spread out zone. Looks like they've given up on the box and one on Pritchett. Rasheed West misses for 3 at the circle. Oberholzer on the rebound for Quince Orchard as he fouled on the follow shot by Bellman. Well, Oberholzer has had a nice game down low. I think he's been blocked out, but yet he's fought hard for the rebounds, and he's come up big a few times here, especially on a couple of steals on the press, too.
Certainly has Oberholzer, Doug, much more active than we've seen him in the past. That time he was blocked out, but it was a long rebound. He was able to extend his arms, just tip the ball to him, to his own self.
Now you look at Jerry Oberholzer at 6'5", and he weighs 250. You think maybe Joe Gibbs would tell him to put on the pads and play tackle for the Redskins offensive line in about 5 years, and he rolls his first one in. But he played some football this year, came up hurt late in the season. Another guy, a big guy on this team, is Justin Gowith, who has yet to get in. He's 6'7".
He's about 270.
260, 270, yeah, and he hasn't played football. But if I was Ernie Ciccato, I'd be biting my lip every time he walked by in the hall. 40 to 38, 2-point Gaithersburg lead. Now it's a 1-point lead again. Oberholzer comes through, 2:10 to play. Gaithersburg trying to break the press. Hawkins barely does in the front end. Cross court look to Dugan, threw his hands out of bounds in the turnover. Good look though, Dugan just muffed the pass. Great feed from Barnhart.
But he did. Dugan took his eyes off the ball. He had a layup. Good no-look pass by Craig Hawkins.
2 minutes to go in the game. Quince Orchard down 1. Pritchett with the ball. Foul circle. Right baseline feed to Sopko. Misses the jumper. Tipped in almost by Pritchett. He misses that tip in. Gets it back. He saves the ball from going out of bounds, but Gaithersburg has it. And Barnhart will control at the 1:45 mark. A 1-point game. Gaithersburg with the lead. Paul Forger, the head coach of the Trojans, off the bench coaching his team. They have a foul on Sopko. That'll send Barnhart, the sophomore, to the 1-on-1 free throw line for the Trojans. There you see Ed Davis on the TV side of your screen. Boy, he has just been shaking his head all game.
Barnhart, the sophomore, steps to the line with a 1-point lead. 1:40 left in the ball game. The crowd really into this one.
And at the line, Ben Barnhart.
Coach Barger up, stalking the sidelines. He's getting some mileage over there too, Doug.
Looks like Barnhart checks in at about 6 foot, and as a sophomore, Mike, and he's doing such a nice job. He's really going to be a big player for this team over the next couple of years. He hits his first free throw for Gaithersburg, a 2-point game again. Trojans had the lead at 41-39, 1:40 to go in the game.
Barnhart, very level-headed to be a sophomore, Doug. Very cool.
His second one is good. Ben Barnhart gives them a 3-point lead. Quince Orchard with the ball. It's like a half-court trap coming up for Gaithersburg. They are trapping. Ambrazi in trouble. Left wing to Sopko. Back to Ambrazi. Gaithersburg trapping. Baseline feed to West. Wide open. Rolls an easy shot out. He misses it. Rebounded to Harris of Gaithersburg. He's crashed in the back end. 1:24 to play. Up court to Barnhart. Down left side to Dugan. He fakes on Sopko. He shoots. It's good, and he's fouled on the play. Could be at the line for a possible 3-point play for the Gaithersburg Trojans, who are now up 5. Could be up by 6 if he hits the free throw at 1:20 to play.
That's a 5-point swing, Doug. Rasheed West missed the easy snowboard on the inside. Gaithersburg goes on a fast break, and Dugan gets the layup to go and gets fouled.
You gotta like the way these Trojans have come back and play. Larry Hurd checks in for the Cougars, leaving is Tim Sopko. And Quince Orchard, the night and day type team, they'll come in and they'll beating Springbrook like they did with a game over the 70-point mark, which is right in Springbrook's bread and butter category. They played so well that night. And they lost Tuesday to Frederick. And he caps off the 3-point play. This Barnhart, a 45-39 lead. Ambrazi for 3 for Quince Orchard. No good. Almost tipped in by Oberholzer. And there's a foul underneath the basket on Danny Harris of Gaithersburg. Should be his 3rd personal. And Oberholzer will be at the line. Jerry Oberholzer for the Quince Orchard Cougars at 1:11 to go in this basketball game.
Oberholzer really pounding the offensive backboards. He had 5 offensive rebounds, 4 in this quarter.
Mike, I really anticipated a close game, and we have it. I really felt it was going to happen based on the personnel from both teams and the stats, and that's why we chose this game on the Chevyland basketball broadcast and at CPS Channel 52 on the doubleheader. And Oberholzer, his first one is no good. Rebound, kicks out of bounds. It's going to go with Quince Orchard.
And Oberholzer wasn't even close. He hit his last 2. That one was a brick.
The scoreboard shows 4 on Danny Harris of Gaithersburg. He's a key player, so watch for him. They'll try to stay out of fouling out here. Hurd trying to inbound the ball beneath the basket. He does so. Top of the circle to West. 1:09 to go. Quince Orchard down 6, 45-39. They have the ball. Gaithersburg playing his own. Turnaround jumper by Pritchett, no good. Rebound Oberholzer. He fakes once, goes up strong. It's good. Oberholzer makes it a 4-point game, under a minute to go. Quince Orchard presses Gaithersburg. Barnhart to Dugan at the half-court stripe, and Dugan is fouled by Jerry Oberholzer on the press. Mike, I still think that's not a bad play, though, for Quince Orchard to kill the clock and send the young sophomore to the line. Let him try to win it up there.
Yes, you're right, Doug. When you have a young, inexperienced team, you want to put them on a free throw line under pressure, but so far, Gaithersburg has answered the call.
Tom Dugan, who's been brought up from the JV, averaging just under 4 points per game, but he's done such a nice job here. He's a 72% free throw shooter, so statistically, he should do very well. And his first one is good.
Dugan has 13. That's his 14th point of the ball game, Doug, and he's hit his last 2 free throws. He's 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight.
Actually, he's averaging 10 a game. My mistake. I had him mixed up with another player. Dugan, second one away, is no good. Rebound strong by Pritchett of Quince Orchard. 46-41, a 5-point Trojan lead. Pritchett down the middle, layup shot, no good. Rebounded in tight by Pritchett again. His follow shot is good. 39 seconds to play, a 3-point Gaithersburg lead. The Quince Orchard team presses, and we have a timeout. Danny Harris of Gaithersburg calls, I think, the 3rd timeout of the half for Gaithersburg. We'll take a radio timeout. We'll keep it right here on MCPS Channel 52. On this 60-second break on WINX in the Chevyland basketball game at MCPS Channel 52 Cable TV. Okay. Now we'll be on a 60-second break now on the radio side. Mike, a 3-point contest, 34 seconds to go. And Gaithersburg is just hanging in there barely. Quince Orchard really wants to win this game.
They certainly do, Doug. Quince Orchard is going all out, Doug. They're really struggling on the offensive end, but they stepped it up here in the 4th quarter with their defense. But Gaithersburg, we thought they were going to collapse. Quince Orchard got within 1 point, but Gaithersburg quickly took it back up to a 6-point lead. And here they're up by 3 points with the basketball.
And I want to remind you of the simulcast. We'll have another simulcast for you next Tuesday night, live radio, 7 o'clock. Watkins Mill Kennedy, tape delay replay, Wednesday, Thursday. Next Friday, another simulcast, live radio, 7 o'clock. Springbrook at Blair. We'll have a doubleheader simulcast on TV side. The Springbrook and Blair replay Saturday and Sunday. Our radio audience is back on the Chevyland basketball broadcast, WNX. 34 seconds to go. Gaithersburg has the ball and a 46-43 lead, and they'll have to come to full court against a Quince Orchard zone trap full court press. Danny Harris will inbound the ball, pressured by Oberholzer, a tall player. He does so to Hawkins. Hawkins is trapped in the corner, throws it away, and Brossi on the steal. Layup shot, no good, and there's a foul to play. Will it be offense or defense? Referee Gary Bradshaw calls a foul on Phil Bellman of Gaithersburg, trying to draw the charge. So it looks like Ambrosi will be at the line, the veteran for Quince Orchard, shooting 2 free throws and a 3-point deficit. This is where crunch time comes in, Mike.
Certainly is. Crunch time, and Craig Hawkins, the veteran, did not make a good pass, and he had it picked off by Ambrosi, who went hard to the basket for the layup. Bellman undercut it. Things getting really tough under the basket. It's been physical all game long, but really, the intensity level is up, so it's really physical under the basket.
Well, the turnovers have picked up quite considerably for Gaithersburg. They spent the entire first half breaking the full court press masterfully at times, I thought. Sometimes just 2 to 3 passes, just like you draw it on the chalkboard, up the middle and to the wings. And Ambrosi misses his first free throw opportunity. Boy, these are killers right here. These are kind of stuff that makes head coaches sit on the edge of their seats. 46-43. Quince Orchard down 3, 28 seconds to go. Ambrosi's second one's good. 2-point game. Gaithersburg must break the press. Quince Orchard pressing. Hawkins to Barnhart. Hurd fouls Barnhart up the right sideline. Barnhart now, the sophomore, at the line. I saw Barnhart just flip the ball to the official. I swear he could palm it.
He can, Doug. When he was knocked on the floor a few minutes ago, you're right. He palmed the basketball good enough. He has huge hands.
He just did just like you see it on the NBA game, where the guy just flips it to him. You can tell he just that ball just easy as almost like a softball in his hand. He might be the next Magic Johnson in the league, the way he dribbles it. He may be 6'8" by the time he gets out of Gaithersburg.
You can tell he's got some growing to do. He's going to fill out quite a bit. He's already a headed ball player, handling the ball very well. So.
Like the haircut, too. The creep cut and brown hair. Here we go. His first one is no good. Oberholzer rebounds for Quince Orchard. They're down 2 at the 22-second mark. Maybe Ed Davis will call a timeout. We'll have to see for Quince Orchard. They are not going to do it yet. Gaithersburg playing his zone. There you have a timeout. We'll take a radio and TV timeout this time on the Chevyland simulcast. WNX Radio Sports, MCPS Channel 52. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
This program is made possible by the following contributors. The Stanley Kaplan Educational Center, test preparation specialists for PSAT, SAT, law school and graduate school exams. Located in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Call 301-770-3444. WINX AM 1600, in service to the community, playing 40 years of top 40 hits.
You love sports on MCPS TV? Well, there's much more. Like Homework Hotline Live to help you through the week. Quizmaster Challenge to tickle your brain, and contemporary issues to express your opinion. Call 279-3141 now and ask for a program guide and watch MCPS TV.
Back to action on WINX on the Chevyland basketball broadcast and MCPS Channel 52 on the simulcast tape delay. 15 seconds of play. Quince Orchard down 2. They have the ball. Have the ball in their offensive end. Gaithersburg playing his own defense. Hurd in the game. The great shooter on the left wing. Up top is circle Ambrosi. Ambrosi will drive. Running one-handed short. Rebound Oberholzer, who scores, and he ties the game with 1 second to play. And we're heading for overtime here on the Chevyland basketball broadcast and simulcast with MCPS Channel 52 Sports. We'll keep it right here, Mike, as we wait for the two teams to get back on the court. Mike, during the downtime, you said overtime. You looked at me and said overtime. Well, that's not a hard prediction, but boy, we called this one. This is a great selection. They're dead even at the end of 4 quarters at 46 apiece.
Certainly, Doug, Oberholzer has been a monster on the offensive backboard. That's his 6th offensive rebound in the quarter. He got it, kept the ball up, and stuck it right back. He's a changed man since the first time we saw him early in the year. Was slow,
He really has.
very lethargic, not very active, but tonight he's been all over the backboard, blocking shots, getting rebounds. He saved them because Pritchett only has 6 points in the ball game.
I think one thing we've seen with Jerry Oberholzer, number 50 for Quince Orchard, is an attitude change. He's more offensive-minded, and he's far more aggressive. And whatever got into him between the last time we saw him against Blair and tonight, whatever, I'm sure Ed Davis just loves it because he has had a tremendous second half.
Certainly, Doug, because I talked to Ed Davis earlier in the year when they lost to Springbrook, and he was very disappointed in Jerry Oberholzer's play. I don't know whether or not he had to talk to him, but you have to remember that Oberholzer is a football player. He was hurt. He had his leg broken the first game of the season, so he was inactive for a period of about 3 or 4 months. So he was very, maybe that leg was a little tender, or he was very timid on it, but I don't know what happened, but tonight he's playing like a man possessed. I mean, he's just owning the offensive backboard.
And Jermail Pritchett, the great scorer, what of him?
Pritchett has 6 points, but he's been pretty good on the backboard, Doug. He has 9 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, 8 points in the game for Jermail Pritchett.
Now we're heading into overtime number 1. That's our second overtime broadcast on the Chevyland basketball game, WNX. We had one this past Tuesday between Gonzaga and Good Counsel, a game in which the Purple Eagles of Gonzaga, Dick Meyer's squad, won by 3 over top of Joe McCall's Good Counsel team, 59-56 in a Metro Conference clash. And this, of course, a Montgomery County 4A Division I game. And I tell you what, if Gaithersburg, as Paul said to us in the pregame show, if they had a chance to restart, they might be a team to be reckoned with throughout the season. But a lot of these players, these sophomores, came up midway through the year, and boy, they really made a great difference. 3-minute overtime, getting set to go. Gaithersburg ball. We're tied at 46. Barnhart has the ball on the back end, pressured by Ambrosi. Up into the front end now. Quince Orchard play man-for-man defense. Barnhart, pressure on the wing. Fans want 5-second rule call. Didn't get it. Hawkins now has the ball on the left side. They're playing a stall ball type game, a weave. This type of offense always concerns me, though. It's such a hard thing to do at any level, let alone this one. You really got to know what you're doing with the ball to sort of play a stall game and still get a good shot off of it instead of turning it over and letting the other team really kind of just wait for your mistake. Here's a great feed and low to Harris. He must have passed the lane from Hawkins. It's loose in the court. Bellman there. His shot is no good in tight. Harris with the rebound. Half hook good. Danny Harris of Gaithersburg. They're up 2. Quince Orchard ball. Ambrosi down court of the corner to Harris. Back to Ambrosi, they'll back it off and be patient at 2:08 to go. Overtime number 1. West, 3-pointer, left side, good for Quince Orchard. They have their first lead in this basketball game. 2 minutes to go. And we have a fan on the court who's just walking up like she's going shopping in some type of a mall. What is it with these people today?
She didn't realize we're in an overtime ball game. She's going to walk right through the middle of the team pressing.
Like she could care less. Why pay for a ticket if you don't want to watch the game? Well, anyway, it's 49-48. Quince Orchard with a first lead in overtime number 1. 1:59 to go. Gaithersburg inbounds the ball. They'll come the length of the court against the Quince Orchard Cougar press. Dugan in trouble. To Bellman, back to Dugan, up the left side to Barnhart. They're in the front end now. I think it's very important for Gaithersburg to go back to their offense, but looks like they're going to back it off and play a pattern stall-type game. Bellman to Hawkins, the ball control guy. He says, let's run the motion offense, guys. Swirls his hand in the air. 1:35 to play. Wide open is Bellman, baseline, and he lays it up and in. Great feed from Hawkins. Oberholzer, I think, got caught sleeping as Bellman broke free. It's a 50-49 Gaithersburg lead now. Quince Orchard ball.
Great look by Hawkins from the top of the key. You're right, Oberholzer came up to help out, and Bellman just snuck right to the basket.
Hurd for 3 for Quince Orchard. Short, didn't hit anything, but he's fouled by Phil Bellman. And I think he's going to get three free throws. Referee Phil Zucchi on the call. I think Larry Hurd at the line for 3 foul shots because he got fouled outside the three-point arc on the left side. 1:15 to play. Overtime number 1. Gaithersburg 50, Quince Orchard 49.
And Larry Hurd, Doug, was very happy that foul was called. I thought he was fouled after he shot the basketball because the ball had left his hands, and then he got hit, but he gets the benefit of the doubt, and he'll have 3 free throws.
Stay tuned for our post-game show. Hope to have some players and coaches from the winning squad. Larry Hurd, the crew cut guard for Quince Orchard. Probably play some college football next year somewhere. Good student. He's our Stanley H. Kaplan academic player of the game. Last broadcast with a 3.3 GPA for the Cougars. I want to thank Stanley Kaplan and Chevyland and other contributors tonight to make this simulcast possible on WNX and NCPS 52. Hurd hits his first one. His second one is no good. One more to go. And we're tied at 50-50 at 1:15 to go. Overtime number 1. If you're tuning in late, the girls' game was won by Gaithersburg. First end of the simulcast doubleheader. Hurd misses his third one, too. So we're tied at 50. Hurd converts just 1 of 3 foul shot opportunities. 1:09 to go, overtime number 1. Hawkins of Gaithersburg in the front end. Swing it left-hand side to Barnhart. He's trapped as he penetrates. Kick it up top to Hawkins. Picked up by Ambrossi. Quince Orchard trying to trap. Harris in low to Holmes, who banks one in, and it's good. And Ramon Holmes off the bench, the sophomore, has an opportunity for a 3-point play. And his bucket puts Gaithersburg up 2 with 56 seconds to go.
Great entry pass that time by Craig Hawkins. Used the bounce pass. Got Holmes along the baseline. Strong move. He had someone hanging on his arm, Doug. He was able to get it up over the rim, and it dropped in.
I like Barnhart's ability to penetrate on the bounce pass. And he did a nice job in heavy traffic. At times, Gaithersburg could look very good against his high-pressure defense. Other times, they had a lot of mistakes. And Holmes caps off the 3-point play. It's a 3-point Trojan lead at 54 seconds to go. Quince Orchard down. They have the ball. West playing catch with Ambrossi around the Gaithersburg zone. Up top. West will take a 3. It's good. We're tied again. 42 seconds to go. Gaithersburg is fouled at the back end by West. A bad foul. And Ed Davis, the Cougar coach, is off the bench pleading with Rasheed. Rasheed, I know you got excited. Why did you foul? Once again, Rasheed West, an emotional player, got wrapped up in the moment on his 3-point bucket, tying it at 53, 41 seconds to go. And I think Rasheed West is another player, Mike. This is the best we've seen him play in our 3 broadcasts.
And that's 5 on Rasheed West, and he'll go to the bench. And what a loss
it is
for Quince Orchard, Doug.
Yeah, he's a great outside shooter. You saw him there hit the clutch 3-pointer. And you see him in your TV screen on the tape delay, channel 52. And Mike, he had 4 3-pointers in the 4th quarter alone with Rasheed West, and that's the best game we've seen him play.
Yeah, 2 in the 4th quarter, 2 in overtime. That's his only points of the ball game.
On the line, number 30, Ben Barnhart, the sophomore for the Trojans. He gives the Gaithersburg team a 1-point lead at 54-53, 41 seconds to go, and I think Barnhart has had a fine game himself. A lot of guys have had good games here tonight.
He certainly has, Doug. It's been a long time since I've seen this type of basketball game, and you love to see this type of competition.
Barnhart set to go, second away. It's no good. It's short. Rebounded to Pritchard of Quince Orchard. 39 seconds to play. They're down 1. Pritchard is a cool customer. He's going to take over the point here. Left-handed dribble on Holmes. He has experience on Holmes. The better player. Ambrossi on the left wing for 3 for the Cougars. No good. Rebound kicks right. Sopko in the game for the Cougars. Runs it down and loses it out of bounds. Who's it off of? It's going to be a jump ball. Officials didn't see who it went off of. Right in front of the Cougar bench. Kozuki baseline left, didn't see it. Bradshaw far cross-court right. And jump ball on the possession rule is going to go with the Cougars. They're up 1. With 21 seconds to go, we have another timeout. We'll keep it right here on the simulcast WINX Sports Chevyland Basketball and NCPS Channel 52. Mike.
Paul Forger, Doug, he was livid, stalking the sidelines, just pleading with the referee. But again, he didn't see who the ball went out of bounds on, so it was a jump ball, and we'll go with Quince Orchard.
Well, this simulcast on cable Channel 52 will be seen on Saturday at 3, Sunday at 3, beginning with the girls, and Monday at 5. Girl-boy doubleheader. And our next simulcast Tuesday night, live radio, 7 o'clock, Watkinsville, Kennedy. Tape delay replay Wednesday, Thursday. Next Friday, a week from tonight, as Mike and I are doing this game for you, Friday, January 31, Springbrook and Blair. Boy, I'm looking forward to that one. Great rematch of 2 of the finer head coaches in the county, John Barrett and Dave Skaggs. Barrett of Springbrook, Skaggs of Blair. Game time 7 p.m. Live radio, tape delay replay Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Certainly, Doug, should be an interesting rematch. Last time those guys hooked up and almost had a coach's duel on the half court in that ball game last time, so it should be interesting. See how things pan out.
Had a good crowd here tonight, a very enthusiastic crowd, an engaging one. Down there cheering. And
they've seen some good basketball here tonight from both teams, both coaches doing a good job.
This is Gaithersburg's second overtime game of the year. They went double overtime against Seneca Valley about 5 games ago, and for Quince Orchard, this is their first OT.
You know, Doug, we read the newspaper, and I asked you, how in the world could Gaithersburg take Seneca in 2 overtimes? Now that I've seen the new Gaithersburg team, I understand.
I understand it, too. 18 seconds ago, Quince Orchard inbounds the ball. They're down 1. Hurd in the front end, left wing. Gaithersburg playing man for man. Hurd takes the jumper. It's short. Rebound kicks out to the foul circle. Hawkins of Gaithersburg runs it down. He's in the front end, and he's fouled by Abrazi as he drives down the right side. Now, would it be an intentional foul or a one-on-one foul? Referee Kozuki on the call. 7 seconds to play. And Gaithersburg at the free throw line. And Kozuki now will say 1-1. So, opportunity yet for Quince Orchard to get the rebound on the miss. And even if 2 free throws are made by Hawkins, a 3-point opportunity may still come for Quince Orchard. Now everybody for Gaithersburg except for Hawkins, the foul shooter, will clear out. Get ready for the defensive push. Down the stretch here, Hawkins at the free throw line, 1-1. It's no good. 7 seconds. Pritchett has the ball at the half-court stripe for the Cougars. Looks like he was fouled. No call. Oberholzer takes a jumper. It's no good. At the buzzer, tip in is no good by Pritchett. And we have a Gaithersburg win in overtime. 54-53. The Trojans come up big here tonight as Ed Davis goes against his old Gaithersburg team, and Paul Forger comes back to Quince Orchard. He was an assistant football coach on the state championship football team, and now returning to the basketball ranks as a Gaithersburg head coach. By far their biggest win of the year.
Funny, Doug, you would think they have just